souls. It is Kathrin from manifestationbabe.com, and I am here for the manifesting newbies. So I know that a lot of new people have come into this group, and if you are in this group, you're obviously interested in manifesting, otherwise you would not join a group called Manifestation Babe. And I know a lot of people come in here with some knowledge of manifesting, and a lot of people come in here wanting to know more about it, because I feel like it's kind of like the hot topic of the spiritual world right now. Hello, gorgeous souls. So, hi, Karina. I see you on here too. So bear with me, guys. My throat is kind of like, I have like a stupid cough going on right now. And I literally was going to wear my glasses today for the live stream because my contacts are kind of bothering me. But obviously, it doesn't work very well with the Diva ring light. So it looks like I just have a fucking lightsaber going through my glasses. So one of my contacts is acting weird too. So we're just gonna roll with this here. I know I'm on a little late, but that's okay. So if you're hopping on, let me know. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. Do all that good stuff. If you're brand new, let me know you're new. So today I really wanted to talk to the manifesting newbies, and maybe you already know the manifesting process, but I kind of want to refresh you on it, just to kind of, I don't know, sometimes I like to be refreshed on the process too, because sometimes as a human being I get way in over my head and I'm a constant overthinker, and I just fucking complicate everything as any other human on this planet does. And it's nice to get like a breath of fresh air, being like, holy shit, it's so much simpler than it actually is, or I'm making it. Hi from Atlanta. Hello, Brittany. Oh yes, it's a new moon, so perfect. Oh my god. Okay, so I knew the universe gave me this topic for a reason. Hey, Samantha. So I also got a new phone because you know how you guys weren't able to hear me the last couple lives? So apparently my microphone was not picking up sound. Like, it was very on and off, and it showed like a failure or whatever. So thankfully my phone was under the 1-year warranty, and I got a new phone. So hopefully you guys can hear me clearly. I'm praying that this phone is not, you know, as fucked up as the last phone. So hi Nevada. Okay. So today's affirmation, of course, I forgot. Let's just do it as I am a motherfucking powerful manifester. I am a motherfucking powerful manifester. How about that? So if you've watched The Secret, or if you have like a very basic knowledge of manifesting, you know that thoughts create things, as Buddha says. So whenever you're thinking of something, or I take it as far as, you know, I don't believe that thoughts necessarily create things. I believe that thoughts create feelings. Feelings create actions, and actions create the things. So I see it as that kind of process. And I know this because I used to get really, really terrified of thinking negative thoughts. And you guys, I think negative thoughts every fucking day. Every fucking day I'll have some sort of negative thought pop into my mind, and it'll kind of like take over for 10 minutes. And then I'm just like, Kathrin, what are you doing? Like, you know, once it turns into a negative feeling, then I'm like, holy shit, it's gotten out of control. So if I used to be afraid of thinking negative thoughts because I thought that they would manifest, I thought that I would attract the equal counterpart to that thought into my life, but it turns out that no, it's a bunch of bullshit. So it's not necessarily the thoughts, it's the thoughts create feelings. So when you're thinking, the majority of the time you're thinking a positive thought, it leads into a positive feeling, right? You're thinking positive thoughts and you're just in a good mood because you're like, oh my god, like everything's going well, like life is beautiful, and you just think all these great thoughts. And then from that feeling, are you more motivated to take actions that lead you to your happiness, that lead to the world becoming a better place, that lead you to your goals and desires? Do you usually act in a positive way from positive feelings? And do you usually, you know, when you're not feeling so good, then you're not really acting on your goals and dreams. You're not really acting on your happiness, right? So I believe that the actions that we take is the last step of the manifesting process. However, it stems from the feelings and it stems from the thoughts. So I just wanted to clarify that at first. And I just wanted to, another thing that newbies get caught up with is I will see Or I'll have people like come to me, or I'll see people in the group being like, okay, so I'm really like, I'm a bad manifester, or I don't know how to manifest, or how do you manifest, or I want to get started manifesting, or today's the day that I'm going to start manifesting, or whatever. And I just wanted to remind you guys that you never stop manifesting. The day you're born on this planet, you are manifesting. And so everything that's led up into this moment in time in your present was a manifestation of your past. So exactly where you are right now, whether you are willing to accept it or you want to deny it, you have unconsciously, because most of the time we're in a place where we don't really like where we are, so we don't want to admit that we consciously manifested. So unconsciously manifested what you see in your current reality in the past. And what's beautiful about the manifesting process is that although it never turns off, you basically restart it every single day. So you can literally have a fresh start on your life every damn day. And it's up to you to keep repeating the same story you keep telling yourself from yesterday into today. So a lot of people go to bed worrying, right? There's two options that you have. I choose to go to bed thinking about what I want in my life and all the possibilities in my life, and start getting really excited about the future as I fall asleep. That's like my own little meditative state of falling asleep, as I get like really excited where I think about, or I see myself having what I desire as I fall asleep. And some people, you know, beforehand I was like this too. You know, people who will watch like the nightly news and then they go to bed and they start thinking about all these horrible things in their life, and then they wake up and they realize that their life hasn't changed. They're repeating the same story from before. So your subconscious mind is a powerful part of the manifesting process. So I see it as your subconscious mind is kind of like the thing that is the receiver. It receives information from the universe. It gives off information. So it's also the emitter. It gives off information to the universe. And the law of attraction is the law through which it works. So that's how I see it. And then, so I talked about emitting a frequency. So when you think, feel, and act on something, starting with your thoughts, you're emitting a frequency. And what shows up in your life is an exact energetic match to this frequency that you put out. So when you're thinking positive thoughts, you're feeling positive emotions, you're acting on positive things, you will, because it's law, attract people, events, circumstances, object that match that frequency. You will not get more, you will not get less. You're always going to get an energetic match. So if you are, for instance, trying to manifest a job and you keep worrying about this job and you keep, you keep denying that you're good enough for this job or that someone else is going to get it, and you just start emitting this frequency of doubt, fear, and worry, well then that exact vibration is what you're going to attract. And so therefore you're not going to get the job because you manifested an exact energetic match to what you were putting out, if that makes sense. I see a lot of comments. I'm going to go look at them when I'm done, just because I want to keep talking. So long story short, everything in your life comes down to like attracts like, right? And of course it's not that simple. There is complexity to it, right? Like, people start arguing, talking about, karma and all that stuff. And I believe that there is grace. I believe in divine intervention. I believe in all these things too. But if you're talking about like you manifesting your dream house, a certain amount of money, whatever that you want to manifest, it all comes down to just knowing that in order to bring it into your life, you just use law of attraction. It all comes to you through law of attraction. So before I start, I have an exact manifesting process. So here's the thing. People who, I have like notes and I got new thoughts coming in, so hold on, bear with me. So back to like people asking, how do you manifest, and me saying that you never turned it off, you're always manifesting. So what I also want to clarify is that you're unintentionally manifesting all the time. So where you gain your power is by starting to intentionally manifest. And I have a 5-step process that I want to share with you guys. And if you're not new to this, and this is just a refresher, but if you're new to this, I will share with you exactly how you can manifest anything. And another question I get asked a lot is, can you manifest money? Can you manifest a man? Can you manifest a relationship? And I'm always just like, yes, yes, yes. Like, you can manifest, and you do manifest everything. So everything you see in your life, you have manifested at some point. So yes, you can manifest a relationship, you can manifest the money, you can manifest a penny, you can manifest good weather, bad weather, whatever you want. Like, it's all up to you, and you manifest it all. Okay, let me just catch up on some of the comments. Sorry guys, my voice. Hi Heather, yay, I'm so glad you're on. Hi Wendy. Holy fuck, that answered a question in my head, right on target, speak on it. I find tarot can be scary. So Stephanie, I did too, and it's just because I don't understand it. So I have tarot readers that see every card as a positive, like in the end, every single card has a positive meaning, right? Even the devil card, every time when, for instance, Courtney from the Witchy Moon, who also happens to be one of my clients, and I bought some of her readings, and because I just believed in her, like when I came across her Etsy shop, it's just this like really positive vibe that I felt from her. And I was just like, this girl, like I have a feeling that she just knows what the fuck she's doing. And I feel like, and everything's like pink and cute and all that stuff. And when she gave me the reading back, knowing my knowledge of the tarot, I looked at the reading and I saw the devil card, I saw reverse cards, and I was like, here, oh, holy fuck, here we go. And that's like me doing my own reading. I automatically go to the negative. And so that's why I don't want to do my own tarot readings anymore. And her reading was the most positive shit I've ever read in my life. She had a positive spin and a different way of seeing every single card, and just completely changed my like outlook on it. So I don't find it to be scary anymore. I'm so freaked out by my negative thoughts. Do not be freaked out by your negative thoughts, Melody, because they cannot manifest instantly. So it's when you keep focusing on. So another thing about manifesting is what you focus on expands. So when you're focused on all the good in your life, when you're focused on what you're grateful for, when you're focused on what you want, it's going to expand. And your subconscious mind sees it as important because it sees that this thing is making you feel really good. So it's actually going to go out of its way and communicate with the universe to bring it into your life through law of attraction. And negative thoughts, if you have any negative thoughts, like it's totally fine. It's when you get into this place of feeling negative and then getting depressed about it and anxious and then acting on that anxiety and coming from a place of fear that you tend to see what you don't want in your life. Try shift as soon as one pops in my head. I usually thank God, universe, for my blessings as a way to shift my thoughts to positive. Yes, and here's the thing, is that we humans always get off track, but there's a power in knowing that you can always shift back home. So whenever I start thinking negative thoughts, I ask myself, like, am I thinking this because it's just a story of how I think it might go, or is it the actual truth? And you'll find that basically everything negative in your life is a result of a story that you keep telling yourself. And everything that's the truth feels really good to you because the truth is positive. The truth comes from your higher self. And anything negative comes from your ego trying to keep you safe. Can you give an example of how struggles manifest into your day? Like, good things do happen, but seems like they don't happen without struggle. Yeah, that's because you believe that you have to struggle in order to get that thing. So that is a story you keep telling yourself. So every story that you keep telling yourself, or the rules that you create for how you think that you want. For instance, people believe that money only comes through hard work. So because they believe it, the only way they're ever going to see money come into their life is through hard work. So if you believe that things have to have only good things will only come through struggle, then that's exactly what you're going to see in your life. So all you got to do is drop that story, and I'll share the intentional manifesting process with you. All you got to do is drop that story, choose a new truth, and start believing in the new truth. Because literally, like, your life is, and I talk a lot about this in the Rich Babe group coaching program. In fact, last week was all about this. I made my girls write down how the rules that they want the universe to follow for them, because you get to choose your own rules. The only reason why you believe other people's, that's basically it. You believe other people's rules. And so you pick up other people's rules. You see how your parents did it. You see how your friends did it. And you just pick up their rules instead of choosing your own rules of how you want your life to follow. And it all comes down to your belief system. So, you know, if there's a belief you're struggling, then work through the, limiting belief process. Or as Tony Robbins says, divorce the story and marry the truth. What's the actual truth? You know, have you ever met a person who doesn't struggle, who always receives good things without struggle? Yes. Well, what are the rules that they have for themselves in their life, if that makes sense? I'll share the first tarot card reader I use. Love her, not scary, life affirming. Yes. Hello. Good affirmation: for every negative thought, think 3 positive thoughts. That's also really great. And it's all about the tipping point. If most of your thoughts are positive and only a few are negative, then guess what? Your vibration is going to live like up here, right? But if most of your thoughts are negative and only some are positive, then guess what? You're mostly negative vibing, and so you're going to attract more of that negativity into your life. Okay, so the intentional manifesting process. Number 1, know what you desire and get really, really clear on it. And make sure that it's something that you actually want and not something that you think you should have. So from my personal experience, I tried to manifest, and I talk about this in my free 5-day manifesting challenge that you can find at manifestationbabe.com/free. Get it in my resource library. But I talk about how I wanted to manifest a medical school acceptance, because I knew that would make my family happy. It would clear up all the tension between me and my parents. Doctors make good money, so I guess it would solve that problem. And so I kept working on manifesting a med school acceptance. And what happened was that my last year of college, everything got fucked up, because you cannot lie to the universe. The universe knows what you actually desire, and it will give you everything that you actually want. So you may be telling yourself or trying to tell other people, you know, I want the medical school acceptance, but the universe knows it's a bunch of bullshit, because you're not really vibing with what you actually, like, it knows what you actually want, and it knows that you're just bullshitting yourself. So therefore, you're never gonna get it, and you're never gonna get it in the way that you want it either. So what happened to me is that, sorry guys, is that I started to get really uninterested in my classes. I started to miss the bus. The bus would not even come. There would be no parking at school. I started coming late to exams. I would manifest everything that would prevent me from my desire, because I didn't even actually desire it. So when I ask, my clients or my students, what do you fucking want? You have to eliminate everything that you think is possible for you. You have to eliminate everything that other people think is possible for you. You just have to think very, very clearly. You can want whatever the hell you want, and there's absolutely no limit to what you can want. So what the fuck do you want? There is no should. I want $1 million, but I should only ask for 10,000. Ask for the fucking million. There's no, you having $1 million is not going to take away from anyone else. So why can't you have it? It just doesn't make sense, right? So you can have whatever fuck you want. So that's to be really, really clear. Be really specific. So, I want a car. Okay. What kind of fucking car do you want? What is the make? What is the model? What color do you want? Do you ever so when we walk into a dealership, and I don't know why cars keep coming up when I give examples. Maybe because I'm interested in shopping for a new car. When you walk into a dealership, do you just walk to the dealership and I'm here to purchase a car, and the dealer goes, well, here's a car. Great, cool, buying it. Or do you actually have an idea? Do you walk into a dealership being like, that's not it. Actually, I want a white one. Actually, I want it to be a 2-seater. Actually, I want it to have turbo. actually I wanted this, you know? So you know what the fuck you want. So you have to start treating your cosmic orders to the universe the same way you would shop for shit at the store. If you're gonna go shopping for milk, you probably have an idea that you know, if you're a whole milk drinker or an almond milk drinker or a soy milk drinker, you know that there's specifics to the kind of milk that you're buying. So why are you ordering from the universe with so much lack, like barely any specificity, so vague? When people have goals and dreams, they're like, I want more money, okay? Do you go to the bank and be like, I need to withdraw money, okay? How much? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are we the only thing that matters, honestly, the only thing that matters in life is our connection to the universe and us manifesting what we want from the universe. So why are we so vague with the universe, yet so specific with the dumb shit in life that doesn't even matter? So that's the thing. You want to get really clear on what you want. There are no limits, so don't allow your mind to overthink, okay? So once you know what you want, okay, I want blank, 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 you got to believe that it's possible. If you don't believe that it's possible, it's never going to work. You're always going to self-sabotage it. You're always going to manifest what you believe you can have. You're always going to manifest the rules that you have set up for yourself and for the universe to follow. So if you don't believe it's possible for you to have a 10K month in your business, then it's never going to happen. You may want the 10K month in business, but what you're actually going to end up attracting is the exact match to the energy that you give off. And if you only believe you're capable of $2,000 to $3,000, and that's exactly what you're going to attract. So it doesn't even matter at this point what you want. You have to believe that you can have it too, and belief is huge. Okay, so because belief is everything, step number 3 is to eliminate all the reasons why you think you can't have it. Okay, and all the reasons why you think you can't have it is a bullshit story you keep telling yourself about why you think you can't have it. It's all a fucking story, okay? Like, my mom, she struggled, and so therefore I have to struggle. Or my friend is gonna laugh at me if blank. Or, I don't know, insert your fucking story here, okay? So, limiting belief work, I have a process, the limiting belief squasher process that I run myself through all the time and my clients and stuff. Or just becoming conscious of the story that you keep telling yourself. So, all the reasons why I think I can't have it are stories. So what's the new story that I want to tell myself? And because your subconscious mind is so driven from repetition, like repetition is the mother of all skill. The reason why you keep believing the bullshit story is because you keep telling it yourself over and 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 over again. And why the truth is so hard to accept is not because it's not the truth, it's because you haven't told yourself the new truth over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's why I'm such a big believer in affirmations, and I get really pissed off when other books or other law of attraction teachers say that affirmations are a bunch of bullshit, because they really aren't. Like, you have to find a way to repeat the truth that you want your life to reflect, and the only way to do it sometimes is to either, keep writing it down every single day, or keep telling it to yourself. You have to repeat it to yourself. Does that make sense? Like, what is a better way to repeat it to yourself than using affirmations? So I'm a big affirmation believer, and I always have affirmations around. Like, for instance, with this candle that I have, this Communicate candle, I want to become a better communicator, because I grew up telling myself this fucking story that I'm not a great communicator, that I'm a shitty speaker, that I'm not interesting, that all this stuff. And so I have used affirmations. The reason why I come on live, you guys, is because of these fucking affirmations. It's because I implement the manifesting process. I eliminate all the reasons why I think I wouldn't be good on video, or whatever the bullshit reason is. And I come up with affirmations. And every single day I say them to myself over and over and over again. So these 3 are for this candle specifically. I'm an excellent and confident communicator. My voice is heard and loved around the world. I'm famous for being me. And that gives me permission to just be myself and just talk and just be loved and accepted by, you guys. And that's pretty much what has been manifesting over the last couple months since I decided to go out of my comfort zone. And instead of typing away on my computer, and you know, sometimes I hate typing and I just want to talk. Like when I'm out with my friends, they hear me talk and they're like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Why, you know, why do you only post this shit on Instagram? Why do you only write it in a blog post? Like, you need to talk, Kathrin, whatever. So, where am I? Okay, so tell yourself the new truth, okay? So, and you gotta vibe with this new story. So when you're telling yourself affirmations about what the reasons are that you actually can have it, you know, and you're repeating it to yourself over and over and over again. So then you start vibing with this new story. Then you start acting as if. So what does a person who's an excellent and confident communicator do? They talk more. They go on Facebook Live. They look for public speaking engagements. I don't know. They talk more, right? Or what is a person who believes that they're worthy of money? How do they act? How do they vibe? You know what? They start seeing themselves as worthy. They start taking care of themselves. They become more confident and comfortable around money. They figure out ways to make more of it. They respect the money. So you got to come from a place where you are vibing with your new truth. And that's the term, you know, act as if. That's where that term comes from. So it's not that, for instance, a lot of people are like, okay, so acting as if I'm already a millionaire, I'm going to go into debt because I'm going to buy the yacht right away. I'm going to buy the mansion. And here's the thing. You don't have to act as if physically. You can act as if on an energetic level. So a lot of like times I tell my clients to just go around spending money in your head, because your subconscious mind has no idea, and the universe too. So you guys can trick the fucking universe, okay? And how you do it is by doing all the shit in your head rather than physically if you can't. Like if you physically don't have the money in your bank account, do it in your head. Spend the money in your head as if it's already there. Start thinking thoughts like, holy shit, that's cheap. Oh my God, I can so afford it. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Instead of repeating the same bullshit story to yourself over and over and over again, I can't afford it. It's never gonna happen. I don't deserve it. Blah, 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 blah. You can choose what to tell yourself. And what you choose to tell yourself is what's going to become your reality, because the universe is going to follow your story. It doesn't know whether what you're saying is actually the truth or you want it to be your truth. Holy shit, I'm getting passionate here. Okay. My voice is like coughing, like, Kathrin, shut the hell up. You're not supposed to talk. Okay, so now that you're acting as if on this new truth, the last part, and this trips up everybody, okay? This tripped me up for years. The reason why I could not manifest is because of number 5, okay? Number 5, I started to implement a year and a half ago, and it started with my money. And you hear spiritual teachers, like for instance, the first person who comes to my mind is Gabby Bernstein. And I'm going to Spirit Junkie Masterclass next week, so I'm getting a lot of emails in regards to that. And so Gabby's on my mind right now. And she always talks about, so all you Gabby lovers out there, she always talks about surrender. When you think you've surrendered, surrender some more. And I'm just like, how the fuck do I let go of everything that I desire? Like, where's the balance? You know, there's like this weird fucked up balance between really wanting something and then letting it go. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? And because of number 4, step number 4, you're acting as if. You're already living your new truth, right? You're already there. So number 5 is let it go. Stop thinking about the desire. Stop thinking about it as it hasn't manifested. Because if you're sitting there worrying and looking for your desire and being like, holy shit, it's not here yet. Like, where is it? Then you're literally, that's a new frequency you're putting out saying, universe, I don't trust you. I don't believe it's going to work. You know, I don't believe it's on its way. And here's the thing, we're human beings. We don't see the whole universe. The universe sees all the different pathways of how this thing can come to us. And it's always unexpected. You're never going to be able to predict the how it's going to happen, ever. So get that shit out of your head. Don't try to predict it. Don't try to plan on it. Don't expect the money to come from this specific person and this specific deal and that specific whatever. Don't expect the relationship to come from this specific person on this specific day and you have to be married by this day and blah, 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 blah. Don't expect to whatever, insert desire here, because you have to let that shit go. You're never ever, you're gonna drive yourself fucking crazy by trying to predict the how it's going to happen, okay? So you have to let it go and stop thinking about it. And by stop thinking about it, I literally mean vibe with this desire to such a point, live it in your head, live it in your energy to such a point that you are already there, and it does it actually matter whether it actually manifests or not? Because if you want the more money, and you want the more money because of the feelings of freedom that it's going to give you, and if you already start acting as if you have that freedom, does it really even matter? You're already there. You're already in the feelings of that money. Does it really even matter anymore whether the money comes or doesn't come? And when you get to this no big deal place, that's when that thing manifests, because the universe sees that you've completely let go. The universe is waiting for you to trust, okay? The universe is literally sitting here and waiting until you get to such a point that you trust the universe. Because think about it. If your spouse or your friend or, you know, someone that you respect doesn't trust you, how is that gonna make you feel? You're going to literally wait until this person fucking trusts you in order to trust them back. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is like very skeptical about you, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel shitty, and you don't really want to do that person any favors, right? So the universe is literally waiting. Okay, are you going to trust me yet? Like, I'm waiting. Like, have you let go? And I always find that right when I forget that I wanted my desire is usually when I manifest too. So you have to just get into this place of trusting that it's already on its way to you. And here's the thing. Inspired action. So you're not going to manifest without action. That's the cold hard truth. But here's the thing. Action does not actually feel like action, okay? So when you're vibing with your desire, you're already living it, you're embodying the version of yourself that already has it, the universe is gonna send you nudges, okay? When you have this intuitive nudge to call a person, to open up a new coaching package, to create a new course, to move to New York, to move to LA, to sell your house, to whatever. You just have this like intuitive nudge that only lasts about 5 to 10 seconds, maybe a day. I don't know how long it lasts, it just depends. Like I mentioned before in a previous coffee chat, that like inspiration doesn't last for a reason, because it's gonna float around to someone else who needs it, obviously more than you, because you're not following your inspired action. So the universe is constantly sending you nudges. And by taking those nudges, that is your inspired action. And the crazy thing about inspired action, the reason why it doesn't feel like action at all is because it feels so natural. It's like, oh, I got this weird feeling that I should go to this website. So you type it in, and then you realize that the product that you're like, the desire that you wanted, like you wanted a new laptop or something, you realize that on this website, someone is selling it for 1/3 of the price, okay? For instance. But you didn't know, you couldn't see this coming. You just took your inspired action. So that's the thing. So look for your inspired action. As soon as you have a nudge, you got to take it. If you don't take your nudge, well, hello, that's also why you're not receiving your desire. That's also why you're, you know, when I see posts of people being like, you know, I suck at manifesting. Well, you don't suck because it's always working. You're just ignoring the steps. You're ignoring the blessing. The universe is handing you your desire, and you're just so focused on where is it, when is it gonna come, it can only come this way, that you don't even see this nudge going on over here. And that's why you don't take this nudge, and that's why you're not seeing this thing manifest into your life. Okay? I hope this is clear to you guys. I hope this was helpful. I feel like I stayed on long enough. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them. We're here to support you. If you're new to the group, welcome. And if you guys have topic suggestions, I'm always open to them. I was thinking of making a post asking if you guys want to hear about my manifesting process or my limiting belief squashing process. Like if you're having limiting beliefs, I can share that. But then I decided to just do this topic instead. So I can talk about that too. And I actually did a coffee chat about my limiting belief process, but I can always talk about it again. It's no big deal. Awesome, Ruby. All right, you guys. Well, I love you so much. Happy Thursday. I got some clients to see, so I can't stay on for too long. I don't want to keep you guys on long either. So love you so much. Bye.